Hey, I got a question for you, actually.
Yes.
You know it's Skyline Park right over there?
Yes.
Where's the public property and the private property end? Or is it all public?
Well, I would have personally, I have to look at the plat to figure the exact public and private property line, but Skyline Park is a city park.
Yeah, yeah.
So generally where part of the problem is, the RTD lane is the public right of way. And that goes out a certain amount from the thing, so that's why in every instance, it's almost all public. If you were to ask me where private property is, I don't think I could tell you.
Yeah.
And so if I had an issue where it dealt with public or private property, I'd have to look at the plat and go to the city engineer's office.
So is there like is there a problem with like homeless people loitering there or like hanging out there at all?
Loitering is not illegal, right?
Yeah.
So where I get complaints as the downtown neighborhood police officer is where we get an area where a large group of people will hang out and then it gets trashed, right? Cigarette butts, graffiti, food left behind. So the challenge then is how do I respond to the citizen complaints of, oh, these people are trashing the place with their rights to just kind of hang out. And I honestly, I don't think I can. What I usually do is if I see a violation of the law, then I write them for that. That's the only, really, as a police officer, really the only tool I have. Yeah. But if it's a park rule violation, like littering, I mean, I used to be a park ranger, Yellowstone National Park, so I'm kind of very sensitive to the needs of parks.
Yeah.
And so if you litter in a park or something like that, I will probably write you a ticket for that. So it's really, it's hard because, I mean, so the next question is, with the homeless, where do you send them?
Yeah.
You know, and I'll give you some of the issues. Other areas, you know, we've heard of, and we're working on trying to verify this kind of thing, but other areas send their homeless to us.
Really? Because
they know we're so good. So what do you, I mean, is that right? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, the challenge is...
Well, legally, there's no problem with homeless people hanging out at Skyline Park, as long as they're not littering.
Yeah, I mean, it's once again, it's a park.
Yeah.
And it can be used for anyone. Space. But here's the associated violations we get, and these are some of the associated issues, because it's statistically proven that a good majority of homeless people have mental illness issues or alcoholism or drug addiction issues, where you get needles and alcohol. And so some of the surrounding or cursory issues to homelessness, then we have to deal with.
Yeah. What's up, Mark? What you up to? What are you doing? You just asked these people to leave for something with a bag? Why did you make them leave, Mark?
It's hot, and I hate when people leave cigarette butts and things all over the park.
They're littering.
It lowers the quality of the park.
It was littering?
Yeah.
Did he just ask you to leave?
Yeah, he just asked me to leave.
For what reason did he give?
Pretty much because of my bag.
Just because of your bag?
Yeah.
Having your bag here?
Yeah.
This bag?
Yes.
That's all he said, was just because of your bag?
Yeah. It was loitering. Pretty much. Even though it's a park.
Okay, basically, I was sitting at a table at the front of Skyline, and Officer Beluscak came up and parked his bicycle right there, just sort of hovering right over me. He stayed there for about 10 or 15 minutes the first time. And when he showed up, what he did was he moved all the chairs that were at the table away from the table, except for the one that I was sitting in. He left. While he was gone, a few friends came up and they moved a couple of chairs back to the table to be able to sit down with me. When he came back, some more friends were there and they tried to move chairs over there too. But even though he had moved the chairs himself, he told them that the chairs couldn't be moved and they had to stay where they are, which is totally not true, since people move the chairs around all the time. That's what they're meant for. So when he said that we couldn't move more chairs over to the table to sit down, I said, well, fine, why don't we just all move to a different table where there's enough chairs for all of us to sit at. And we all got up, and when we did that, he said, "Freeze, you're under arrest for littering." And I said, "Littering what?" Because all the trash that I had there, I actually had, I think it was a pop bottle or something like that, I had that in my hand to take away. Well, I looked down, and right by my feet was a business card for a tattoo shop that I had never seen before. I have no idea how it got there, who put it there. He could have put it there for all I know, but he claimed that he saw me put it there, and he actually had me arrested for littering something that I never touched and certainly didn't put there.
Yeah.
So what he was planning on was either having me sit in jail for 30 days if I pled not guilty, which means he won, or if I pled guilty, I would have had another charge on my record, which would mean that he would win too. But luckily I was able to bond out, so he didn't win, and I'm going to plead not guilty tomorrow and take it to trial.